Hello, I'm Alex Lafkis, and I'm here to try and help you make some sense of streamer fishing. What I'd like to talk to you today about is my big water streamer box. Now, when I'm on the white, 90% of the time, this is the only box I'm taking. There's obviously some changes in flows that you have to account for, so you got to kind of be prepared for anything down there. While I'm fishing in Michigan, anywhere trophy waters of the Asable, below Hodenpile Dam on the Manistee, big water stuff. Typically characterize it as more water, standard depth, say 1 to 3, with a lot of your holes going, 4 to 6. Maybe average depth of your flats is 2 to 3 feet instead of 1 foot in a medium sized river. And now your holes are more in the 4, 6, 7 foot range. A lot of these flies I'm fishing are going to be over 3 feet of water, 3 to 6 a lot of the times, as much as I can keep it in that depth of water. Big fish like deep water. Big fish also like big flies. Most of my big fish are caught on 7 to 9 inch flies in big water situations. Here's just a look at a few. Here's one I've been tying. I've been calling it an Angry Yankee. It's a big brush head. Pusher fly. And this will swim and kick. Doesn't need a lot of retrieve speed to have good action. So I like that because it allows me to fish it slow with good action. Catch is tying this one too. It's a super cougar. Another bait that'll do the same thing. I kind of like the hooks I'm using on this fly better. You can see, round bend, wider gap. This is a B10S number 1 in the back, which I like for a stinger, but I tend to like a bigger round bend hook in the front. That's actually an Arex hook. The hook I prefer is this hook, which is the round bend worm hook from Gamakatsu. It's a plastic worm hook. You can see it's a traditional J hook style. Big open bend, deep wide gap, so when a fish settles in, you got him. Now, okay, back to flies. The hook is critical. If you start running these hooks, you will catch more fish. I've seen it. My friends have seen it, so there we are. Showed you Angry Yankee. I'll downsize them a little bit to about 6 inches. I don't go much less than 6 inches on these. This one was tied rather poorly, but it has not mattered at all. The other thing I fish a lot on the white are skullhead deceivers. Very effective. They eat a lot of dead bait fish. Here is a 6 inch chartreuse and white, pretty staple. That's about as small as I go once again down there. More typically, I'm in the 8 to 9 inch range. Another skullhead deceiver. Once again, you can see I keep the weights pretty similar on these. I like the medium and the small medium heads. And the reason for that is it just allows for easier casting all day. The more weight you add, the more it'll hurt you and slow you down. While you're fishing, tire you out faster. You really want to keep your rig balanced. I do tie a few heavy bombers. This is one in case you get in a situation where you have cold water and the big fish are pinned on the bottom. This is a little better rig. So now this has got weight at the eyes, weight in the middle also. So it's a lot and it's horrible to cast, but you run into situations where you need something like this. The other fly that I like in certain situations down there is big shanked out. This is a modern deceiver. There's a million different styles of these with shanks. Drawback to them is they foul a lot. So when you're doing a lot of casting, if you have a tendency to rush your cast, you will foul these flies. That's one reason I don't really like running them with clients. The reason I do like them is if you fish bigger flats, 1 to 3 feet, that's kind of slow. I've had very good luck on a two-hand retrieve just burning these over those open flats. It seems like when you get in that sort of shallower, flat, slow water, speed kills. And that'll work for you in those situations specifically well. One thing you will notice, I tie all of my flies on that same hook I was mentioning before. There are no bent hooks. There's none of the jig hook stuff. Jig hooks inherently don't hook fish well. They're designed for the hook set to be up, not pulled into. You're going to hook a lot more fish using this style of hook. That's about it. I pack light. I carry, standard colors. I fish different depths. The one other fly that I've been tying lately is that Angry Yankee, same fly, just wrapping some lead in the body. This has allowed me to fish this fly a foot or two deeper on most retrieves, but still maximizing action, which is what I get a lot out of these in the unweighted, which I really like. This still gives me a lot of action with the ability to fish it a couple feet deeper. And as much as I catch fish on these and like these, those other flies are going to swim a lot better. So, whatever. That's it. You know, different weights, different colors, have them for different situations, but big water fishing, I stick to 6 to 9 inch flies. Um, it's what I've seen the best luck with. And you know, frankly, when I'm fishing, this is the box I take 95% of the time because the fish that I'm personally after, that's what they're going to eat. Thanks.